Hi there, I am Brian. I'm the senior PM of the vendor experience team here at Replicated and going to talk about some things that are new in the vendor portal. So there are plenty of things that we have added. Not going to go into detail on every single one of them. Just want to be sure to hit, the top five or so that I think will be most impactful for you and your team. So we're going to be talking about air gap telemetry. Chuck had just, referenced this earlier. So we'll go into a little bit more detail about how you can, how you can make use of that functionality. We'll talk about instance tagging via the SDK, some updates we've made to provide detailed resource status for your instances. We'll discuss some exploratory work that we're doing on an AI model repository, and finally talk about this support bundle upload, which when enabled allows your end customers to directly upload the support bundle from their admin console so that it appears in the replicated platform for you. Let's start with talking about air gap telemetry. And so something that we hear regularly from our vendors regarding their air gap environments is just these questions of, has the customer upgraded to my latest software version? Questions about the infrastructure. What Kubernetes version are they running? What provider is the customer using? And of course, related to feature usage, what are they even using? In short, this probably resonates with you if you have a number of air gap installations. Just this feeling of it's just over the event horizon into some black hole, and you don't have a lot of visibility into it. And so, like I mentioned, what Chuck had alluded to this, is that the way that we're solving this problem for you is to use the support bundle generation process to collect that telemetry. So in the air gap instance, all of that data is written to a Kubernetes secret in the customer environment. And when they generate a support bundle, that information is gathered and collected. When shared with you and uploaded to the replicated vendor portal, then all of the telemetry and custom metrics associated, with that instance are populated as if it were an online instance, giving you visibility into a previously invisible thing. It's quite powerful. So what you'll see is when you go into the vendor portal and you're looking at the customer details for an air gap customer, you'll see a CTA to ask you to, or prompting you with the ability to upload the support bundle there. Let me pause for a moment and reiterate: the end customer does not need to take any additional steps, and neither do you, in order for the support bundle to capture that information. If you have an air gap installation, an air gap customer, and they provide you with a support bundle for support reasons, you're going to get this telemetry for free. It will already just go ahead and show up. But a workflow process that we recommend is, for your air gap instances, those customers get on some sort of weekly, biweekly, or monthly cadence of regularly collecting a support bundle, whether there's been a support need or not. Collect that support bundle, upload it to the vendor portal so that you get some regular check-in and information on the telemetry. So when you follow this particular workflow CTA, it's going to say, hey, for this air gap instance, upload the support bundle that's been provided to you by your customer. It'll spin for a minute or two, analyze that information, and then boom, you are viewing instance insights for an air gapped instance. So, and again, as I mentioned, if you go, a couple of weeks or a month and then get a new support bundle, then it's going to, just pick up right where it left off, and appear as if this instance has been online, for that duration. It's really quite powerful. So what do you need to do to get started? This will require that your application is, or that the instance is installed with either COTS 192 or the replicated SDK, um, in order for that collection process to function as needed. So you can check out some resources in our docs. We've got, if you search our docs for collecting telemetry for air gap instances, or go check out the replicated blog. Just published this very recently, titled Bridging the Air Gap. It will give you some additional information there on how to get started, as well as a really helpful screencast from one of our engineers on how to make use of that. So let's talk next about instance tagging via the SDK. So by default, all instances are identified by a random alphanumeric ID, fair enough. But the benefits of tagging and naming your instances is just that it's much simpler for identification and allows you to improve your data management. And so when you go into the vendor portal, or when through the CLI or the API, and you pull your instances, then you see just these, like I mentioned, alphanumeric IDs. And, you could go in here and manually rename them and tag them, but that's super inefficient. And the instance is going to know things about itself that you may not be able to, or that would require a ton of manual process to get in touch with the end customer, etc. Instead, all you got to do, just be sure that you have the replicated SDK installed alongside of your application, and then just hitting a simple little endpoint and providing these tags, and you can name the instance a human readable friendly name, and provide any number of key value pairs that will then tag the instance that you will see show up in the replicated vendor portal. Or when you hit the customer instances endpoint in the API to pull all of the export data, if you are making use of that, which is then just going to enable even better monitoring and reporting on your side. It's as simple as that. And so what are some things that you might consider tagging? Some things that we've seen vendors already using this for is just to indicate what environment this instance is running in, what database is the end customer using. Is there some location like facility ID that might be interesting to you to know for your team, or geographic information? To get started, once again, the replicated SDK going to be a common occurrence throughout my presentation here. Just be sure that that's installed alongside, and search our docs for post app instance tags, and you'll find a very simple example of how you can get going and get started. Next, let's talk about the detailed resource status. So you've seen the app status for instances, and the feedback that we've gotten, it has been essentially helpful to see the overall application status. However, it doesn't tell me a whole lot, and so what we've added is the ability to see the specifics of the resources within that instance and their status. And the just provides those insights into the specific workloads. The feedback that we're getting already is that it's extremely helpful in assisting troubleshooting of the application's health and status. You're going in to follow up or proactive support of the customer, already knowing a little bit more detail. And so it's definitely something I highly recommend that you make use of. How to get started? Just be sure that you have one or more status informers in your configuration. Good old replicated SDK, and you can check our docs for instance details, and it will include all the information that you need to get going. Now let's talk about the AI model repository. So the things that we have heard from our vendors who distribute AI models as a core part of their distribution and business is that they're asking for, fine-grained control over the access and distribution of their models, detailed tracking, notification about who's accessing those models, and some additional IP protection mechanisms. Those, if that's you, then these three needs, I'd be willing to put good money that those resonate with you. And the area that we've decided to begin is with providing fine-grained control over those models. So the things that I'm getting ready to show, I want to emphasize that this is not in the hands of any vendors yet. This is us doing just a very short iteration to see, okay, what could we build here, and to start to put it in front of our AI centric vendors. If that's you, then reach out on Slack if you're in our shared if you've got a shared channel set up. Shoot me an email, brianr@replicated.com, or of course just talk to your AE and they'll know exactly how to put you in touch with us. So if you're interested in being a design partner on anything that you're about to see here, please do so. So one thing that that we feel like is super important here based on what we've heard from vendors is that when you upload a given model to this, AI model repository within the replicated platform, that you would be able to go in and provide fine-grained access control, either, at the channel level or at the license type within one of your given applications, that you would be able to do the same thing at a collection level. So adding some models to a collection and then and providing that access control as well, and all the way down to the license level. So for a given customer, even if one of these models has different access control that this customer doesn't apply to, you could be able to hop into this particular license and give them access to a specific model. So this is all very, very early exploratory work. Again, let me just reiterate that if you are interested in seeing this in a little bit more detail, becoming a design partner to explore how this could work for your company, for your models, please reach out to me on Slack, shoot me an email, or of course talk to your talk to your AE, and they'll put us in touch. And finally, I want to talk about the support bundle upload functionality that we've recently added. So end customers can now upload a support bundle from their admin console, and it will appear within your account on the replicated vendor portal. The reason that we've done this is some feedback that we've continued to hear is just a desire for streamlined support process, reducing resolution time, and just providing a better end customer experience to your customers. And so in your customer details under the license options, you'll now see this option support bundle upload enabled. So this option is going to appear for you. It appears for everybody by default now. However, it is not checked. You have to go in and proactively enable this functionality. The reason that we've done this is that we want to be sure that you, our vendor, that you are confident in the support communication or whatever mechanisms you have in place with a given customer, that if they provide this support bundle, that they're going to reach out to you, that line of communication is already happening. The workflow within the admin console and the vendor portal, it just streamlines that and simplifies the steps required. What we didn't want to have happen was for that option to start appearing in admin consoles, and the end customer uploads a support bundle, just assumes that notifications are being fired off and magic is happening, and that they don't need to take any additional steps. And so you will be able to see to go in there and enable that if you have, if you're confident in that particular customer across all of your customers, enable that. And then there will be this option in the admin console after a support bundle has been generated to just simply click send bundle to vendor. And now that handoff, of the previous status quo, that handoff process is no longer necessary. So there's been plenty more that we have worked on that we're really proud of. And so I would just encourage you, stay tuned, to the Replicated blog. Each month we publish this monthly release highlights so that you can see what it is that we've been working on, the things that we've added. So that'll do it for me. Reach out on Slack or shoot me an email if you have any additional questions or would like to talk in more detail about anything that I've shown here. Thank you.